This is problem 13, page 263. In this problem, we have three stocks, X, Y, and Z, of expected return, standard deviation, beta, as shown in this table. The risk-free rate is 5.5%. The first question is, what is the market risk premium, RM minus RF? As we know, the required rate of return on any stock equals to RRF plus RM minus RRF times beta. In this problem, we can use any stock X or stock Y or stock Z. Suppose we have stock X, then we can write the required rate of return on stock X equals to the risk-free rate plus the return of the market minus the risk-free rate times beta of stock X. In the given, we have the expected rate of return on stock X. In the formula, we need the required rate of return. But we have an essential information that indicate that the market is in equilibrium. And as we know, when the market is in equilibrium, the required rate equals to the expected rate. So we can use here the required rate of return of stock X by substituting its expected return in the formula, which is 9%, to have 9% equals to RRF plus the market risk premium, which is RM minus RF times beta X. Okay, so the risk-free rate is 5.5%, beta of stock X equals to 0.8, then the market risk premium equals to 4.375%. Part B. In Part B, we have a fund Q that has 1/3 of its funds invested in each of the three stocks. That means 1/3 of this fund is from stock X, 1/3 using stock Y, and 1/3 using stock Z. Then the weight of X equals to the weight of Y equals to the weight of Z equals 1/3. The question is to calculate beta of the fund Q. As we know, beta of a portfolio is the average weight of beta of each stock including in this portfolio. Then we can write beta Q equals to weight of X times beta X plus weight of Y times beta Y plus weight of Z times beta Z. Okay, that's equals to 1/3 times 0.8 plus 1/3 times 1.2 plus 1/3 times 1.6, and then beta of the fund Q equals to 1.2. In Part C, the question is, what is the expected return of fund Q? The formula of the required rate of return applied on the stocks is also used to calculate the required rate of return on a portfolio. So we can write the required rate of return of portfolio Q equals to the risk-free rate plus the market risk premium RM minus RF times beta Q. The question is, what about the expected return of fund Q? Expected return equals to the required return because the market is in equilibrium. Then that's equals to 5.5 plus 4.375 calculated in Part A times beta Q, which equals to 1.2. Part D, would you expect the standard deviation of fund Q to be less than 15%, equal to 15%, or greater than 15%? In our problem, the three stocks X, Y, and Z having the same standard deviation, which is 15%. But as we know, the portfolio's risk is not the weighted average of individual stock standard deviation. In general, the portfolio's risk is smaller than or equal the average of stocks. Okay? In this exercise, the stocks are correlated. The correlation coefficient is between 0 and 1. They are not perfectly correlated. Perfectly correlated, that means the coefficient of correlation equals to 1. Not perfectly correlated, then the coefficient of correlation is between 0 and 1. And for this reason, the risk of portfolio Q is less than 15%.